Okay, y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. So, John Paul and his announcement of his wife's passing, right? I didn't hmm, I didn't really find it too crazy that he was saying, I want y'all to get up, I want y'all to leave, I won't be having altar call. Well, leave after I tell you this. And then he told them his wife passed away. He said, I don't want you talking about it here and hanging about. And I figured, because again, it's that giving people the benefit of the doubt. But I saw a post like 5 minutes ago. It says, I no longer see the good in people. I just see the truth.
Ooh, I like that. I don't see the good in people. I see the truth. Oh, man. There you go.
I won't take that quote exactly, but I will say I no longer look for the good in people. I look for the truth, okay? Let's just say that. Because here I am, or was, trying to give John Paul the benefit of the doubt, and I did not know. I always heard them say he did 2 services that day. I heard them say that. But I always thought that it was after the second service he decided to announce her passing. It never occurred to me in the slightest that this man did it twice.
Oh, my goodness. I need that as a sound effect.
It never occurred to me that this fool announced Micah's passing after each service.
You what?
He did what?
No way.
Is that true?
And if it was just posted here, I would still be like, Because people come into groups and they say things all the time. They go into videos, they say things all the time, right? They even make their own videos and say things all the time. It doesn't make it true. But look at this. So, in the Justice for Micah group, someone posted anonymously, been getting a lot of that lately. Haven't seen it mentioned, but after the sermon, he didn't want the members to stay and talk about it. See, people seem to have a problem with that, and I'm like, oh gosh, people got a problem with everything. It makes sense to me. Regardless of what we think, we don't know. And he's just found out his wife passed. Maybe he took the best route he thought he should take to break it to, the church members. They deserve to know. They deserve to hear it from him. I don't necessarily agree with him saying it was self-inflicted, but I'm sure
He didn't say inflicted. He said induced.
Guy's probably
That's a big difference.
doing the best he could with what he is given, right? And who wants people standing around, yakety yak, 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 yak about the fact that my wife is no longer here, right? Yeah, take the information with you, but you gotta leave, right? I get it. I never thought that we were looking at the first service and he wanted people to go ahead and leave so they wouldn't run into the second service members and tell them before they had the pleasure.
Oh, no.
You what?
That's crazy. Is that true, y'all?
Of enjoying his sermon and then him springing the news on them at the end. It don't get no sicker than John Paul Miller. Technically, I'm pretty sure it does. It puts the lotion on its skin, fava beans. Dahmer. I mean, you know, stuff like that. But hey, this guy, he deserves every bit of cussing out that I did to him the other day. Okay? Every bit of it. Don't regret it one bit. God.
Oh, snap.
You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so let's finish this now.
Let's do it.
So they said someone who was there.
No, this is Soul Search on YouTube. TikTok, the link is in the description on this video. All you got to do is come over, find the Mystery Project, and the video we're doing right now, the live stream we're doing right now, it's down in the description. The link to the video and her page.
Said it was like he didn't want people from the next service to know. I'm reading this. I'm like, look at them. But then I said, hold on, wait. The next service? I thought that was the second. I thought he told them after the second service. And the first service members, you know, eventually they'll get a call probably from the gossiping second service members. No. So let's continue reading. They said, it's curious. But I'm pretty sure they said, I'm curious to know how his act was in that sermon after that performance. Wiping fake tears, eyes not red from crying. Didn't notice him saying he loved her. Justice is coming for Micah. Well, he didn't cry in that announcement at all. And here we go. Rickman Sam, if you don't know who that is, do your research. And Rickman says it was the first service. He then went into his office and he waited until the second one started. And he came out and he did it all over again. If you're wondering how to tell, in the video, my bass is behind him. I leave after the second service music. So if it was the second service, my bass would be gone. Child. I just want to take time out to give a shout out to Micah's family, especially the father.
That's crazy, y'all. Did he do it twice? That's why she titled this video, he made the announcement like almost like a play is what she said. Whoa.
I commend you for all that you have endured, all you continue to endure, and you and JB still here. You know, you still, in pursuit in the manner that you feel is best. And you haven't literally went to go shake his hand in person. You know what I'm saying? I want to commend y'all again, especially the father. Hats off, man. So JP, the video we saw was his first service after the sermon. So picture this. He gives a whole sermon. I saw parts of that sermon. You know, he talked like he talks. Trying to make jokes. He think he funny. He's not funny. Jay, you're not funny, boy.
Nope. Carol, thank you.
Anywho, giving his sermon. And then at the end, we lost Micah. It was self-induced. I'm sure we'll learn more. I'll be away. Probably a couple of weeks. I'm not sure. Continue to come and give. Wow. And then
how dare you?
He goes, he said, y'all go ahead and leave. I'm not going to do altar call. So we not even going to do altar call. Some people go and they be depending on that altar call. They be needing that altar call. I mean, y'all know it. Y'all know it. and he goes in his office, get himself together, and do it all over again. Now, I can give him credit for doing it the first time. I can see that. I could see that. Once you done decided this is the best way, I'm going to give them the sermon that they came for, because I still need to do the Lord's work.
But to reload and then redo it?
Okay, I understand a lot of y'all not going to agree, but that's okay. We ain't all here to think the same way, so you'll be all right.
It'd be really boring if we did.
However, I can see, saying I need to give them the sermon they came for. Some of them really need this sermon. Let me do my job, right? Okay, cool. And I'll tell them at the end, I'll have them to leave. I'm not answering any questions. I don't want to overhear them talking. None of that. I can see that.
For the first one.
I really can. But you're going to do it twice? The whole thing. Absolutely the whole thing. After you...
That's suspicious. That's weird.
You done told the first group, how is it possible for you to sit up there and preach a whole nother sermon? And then... But you know what? I gotta be fair. Even saying that, the second set are just as innocent as the first set. They came for their Sunday sermon. Now, to be honest, I would just have somebody else. I'm pretty sure they have people in place for, just in case an emergency comes up, somebody else to preach. And I'm pretty sure they could have had somebody else do the sermon and maybe say, just pray for JP, pray for Micah. He's
Deborah, thank you.
got an
Mama 3, thank you.
announcement to make. I mean, I don't know the rest, because do you let them leave without telling them and then they find out in the streets? Or do you ask the people from the first service, you say, come back after second service if you can for this announcement? And everybody that shows up, then the pastor can come up after somebody else preached, and then he can announce it to the church altogether. Now, I just made that up off the top of my head, and it don't sound bad when you think about it in comparison to what he actually did. Yeah. Let somebody else preach both sermons. After the first sermon, tell the people, pray for the, family. And there's something that pastor needs to announce.
I like how the number one comment on the guy talking about that is from Rebecca Ashton, and it says he didn't want them to talk about it, but now the whole world is talking about it. Hashtag justice for Micah. There you go.
And the announcement will take place after the second service. If you're able to come back, please do. And at such and such, like say 3 o'clock, whatever time, it makes sense after you give them a little 30-minute break after the second service. And, you gather them all together and you tell them. Then you say, get to stepping and all that. Boy. Ooh, wait. So what y'all gotta say, man? Listen, did y'all understand it this way in the beginning? Because I didn't. No. There's no way that
No, I did not understand that in the beginning. No. I figured that was the one and that was it.
I understood.
That was the first one?
That this dude gave 2 whole sermons and gave the announcement after each sermon. bro, that's on a whole nother level. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that y'all understood it this way the whole time. It can't be, because we wouldn't be having this conversation. Let me see what everybody else is saying on this thread. Okay, thank you for being so brave to share the information. Each piece is vital. Thank you for your bravery to leave for Micah's sake. He didn't want them to talk about it, but now the whole world is talking about it. He controlled his church of 700. Damn, 700? Ooh, and now, from what people are saying, they out there protesting on Sundays and whatnot. They are saying he has even been down to 30.
From 700 to 30?
Emotional damage.
There's some speculation that he is messaging people to try and get information on certain content creators because his church is losing thousands a week. Now, I believe he's losing thousands a week. However, is he that dumb? Yeah, of course. We're talking about JP.
Damn. She said, is he that dumb?
Emotional damage.
Whoa.
Will he just contact somebody off TikTok that he think he can trust and ask them to get him information on content creators and he'll pay them? Well, somebody submitted messages. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it's his account and everything like that. So I'm not even ready to show that just yet. But I just thought it'd be interesting seeing that he allegedly has 700 members. Wow, down to 30, bro. And y'all complaining about people not leaving the church. Listen, to me, that's more like a cult style church. If you got from 700 to 30, that's good numbers. So somebody else says, it was just horrible. I sat in the first service and it was the last time I ever stepped foot in that church again. Oh my
damn
goodness. Oh my goodness. Somebody said, I wouldn't call JP's cult a church. Search for a okay, whatever. She said, I believe his announcement was only after the second sermon. Okay, so you didn't read the above comment where the guy already verified that the announcement we saw was after the first one. Jeez, people do this. Like, they don't read none of the other comments, but then they comment something, and it's just like, okay. I wouldn't even respond to their ass. Honestly.
Oh, she's funny. Y'all, I need to do a live stream with this lady. Her name's Soul Search on YouTube. She didn't have that many followers either, I don't think. Let me look. Oh, no, she's got quite a few. 13,500. There was one of them, I think it was... Oh, it's the next one we're watching. He's only got like a couple hundred, I think. Or no, maybe, I don't remember. I don't know. I have no idea. But I do know you should go and follow them all. The link is in the description. And y'all, we're 32 likes away from 300. Everybody watching, hit that thumbs up button on YouTube. Let's go.
So people are responding saying, I have seen people in these groups claiming to have went to service 1 and that he did announce then also. Somebody says, I was in the second service and it was so unreal the way he handled it. You could hear a pin drop after that. Last time I went to that church and stopped my auto pay for tithing. Damn, y'all.
They got auto pay tithing? Whoa. That's crazy as hell.
Oh, auto pay? It's 2024. And you know, it was super quiet. It was super quiet. All right. Somebody say auto pay.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell.
Craziest, grossest thing I've ever seen. Can't imagine being there. So they talking about the auto pay. So this person says, you are the first person I've seen that said you were there for the second service. Would you be willing to answer questions on this? Like, did you notice people crying or looking distraught after service 1? Did Johnny Pooh get it together and preach a regular service and do the act again? Can you tell if the video footage available is from what you saw? Or it might be from the other service. Wondered if he used the better of the two performances because the cameraman... Okay, the dude said...
Oh, dang.
The video footage. I'm not gonna read no more. Because it's just, they be on something. They really don't be coordinated over here. Said tithes and offerings so they don't have to bring cash. She said your money he paid prostitutes, drugs, and other illegal things with. That's true. That's true. Micah said, you know, your spouse might be forcing you to do things like illegal drugs. Whew.
Insane.
Wow, man. This is wild. Okay, what is this screenshot? So let's talk about it then until she comes back.
She's so awesome. She's funny as hell. She said, I'm not going to read any more of these things, and then continues to read more of these things.
What's the maybe if she comes back? I heard that he only records one of the sermons, and that he still did the same announcement at both, even with the same stumble in his words. This was like any other day where everything was rehearsed. If that's true, it's even more sickening. I mean, I believe that him posting these responses on TikTok is it's at the end of the day, it's about having people believe in him enough to where he can get some of his old members back, hopefully, and he can get some new members, because it's about that money. He's lost a lot of income behind the whole thing. Remember, he owned the bar. He was part owner in the bar. He had to forfeit that. He lost a lot of church members. Can you imagine how much money that was? And you know, some other things. So he's been losing money. And if people want to support him, thinking, because I'm pretty sure there's people out there who's giving him the benefit of the doubt, and they're leaning towards him being actually innocent. I mean, it doesn't look that way to me, but it doesn't mean that, you know, he won't have people who feel that way. I don't necessarily think that the so-called 30 people who are still attending his church believe he's innocent. You know, they could probably hang it on to see what all they can catch and help out. If he believes that rider dies, still tithing, still coming, telling him it's going to be all right, I know you'll be cleared, stuff like that, he might, you know, slip up. And I guess I shouldn't be saying this, because that might be something he'll think about now and be like, yeah, just because you're here, just because you tithing, I ain't going to trust you. And I don't think he's strategic enough to know that, because he wouldn't be making these talks. I mean, he really think, in my opinion, that these videos are going to get him supporters, and they might.
There'll be a few.
They might. It just might. Okay, I saw a lady posted she saw it in the first sermon, and it was really hard to learn that way, standing up like that, and didn't leave immediately. She said they went back one more week and couldn't go back again, and had been going there for years. I don't want to post her identity because it seemed that she was brave to share it. Okay, when people say somebody said something or whatever, I mean, I take it with a grain of salt unless I see it myself or they post proof, which they normally don't post proof. You know, a lot of that should be hearsay, be made up, or it be them getting a story wrong. I mean, and this is harmless, kinda, but you can't really count anything as harmless in this type of a case, so that could be an accurate account of someone else's account, but you know, it could be
That's true. You never know.
just a made up fib. Say he must get the sheep's money. The second service couldn't know the terrible news of Micah's passing because most of them wouldn't give any more money after they learned this. I believe that's true, and I'm sure they took up offering and everything before he did it. Wow. Just wow, man. Somebody say they never heard him use any verses of the Bible. I have.
Oh, damn.
I have, but hold on. I want to show y'all real quick this video of a time when she was in the pawn shop buying her weapon.
This video is zoomed in but unedited. Surveillance videos are very distorted, but you see here Micah looking very distressed. Her eyes dart across like she thought of something bad or saw something on the security cameras. This footage is after a suspicious man in black leaves and then a suspicious man in green enters. There appears to be a tear that rolls down her face. Some people have said she was happy and dancing at the pawn shop, but if you watch the full videos, you see she only smiles when engaged with the clerks. The dancing is a form of self-regulation and distraction while stressed. When she thinks no one is looking at her is when you get an idea of what's really going on. Micah was a master at masking and pretending things were fine when they were not from her self-described years of living under the abuse at JP's hands.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
This video is...
Now, mind you, this is her as she was leaving her apartment to, we assume, originally go to work that same day, to where she ended up taking a detour to what? The pawn shop? First, the detour was to North Carolina because she was in South Carolina. But she went to the pawn shop to buy the pistol. Then she stopped off at the gas station, used the porta potty. Or she was only in the porta potty for like a minute, so I don't know. Maybe she changed her shirt then or something like that. Went in and bought a drink and paid for fuel, pumped her fuel. And it was a lot going on out there, and people have their speculations about whether these people were following her, keeping tabs on her, or what have you. I can't say I'm rocking with those theories, and I can't say they're wrong, but you know, that's on them. But from the time she left her apartment to the time that we just saw, even at the pawn shop, getting the weapon, because mind you, the video that we just saw of her at the pawn shop, that's when she was purchasing that SIG. After that, it's to the park, and then the 911 call comes and says, listen, I want you to ping me, let me know you can get my location, because I want my family to find me, because I'm about to leave here. Look at this.
You got necessary endings. Your life is sleeping is is over. So when I get into this and I start to look at what the scriptures say, I came across this passage. And here it is. You might remember the song about the birds. Turn to everything. Necessary endings. Your life of sleeping is over. So when I get into this,
Now, this is what she was listening to.
and I start to look at what the scriptures say, I came across this passage. And here it is. You might remember the song by the birds. Turn to everything. There's a season. Turn. I can't sing, but you know the words. But here's where it's from. It's Ecclesiastes 3. It says, everything there's a season. So cool. So you got necessary endings. Your life of sleeping is over. So
This is 11:39 a.m. Her phone call to 911 was at 2:49, something like that, p.m.